enjoying my Herbalife breakfast for the last 9 years. This morning I had a banana cream mixed with chocolate, of course, and now I'm enjoying my nice herbal beverage mixed with energy to have nice focus for what we're about to experience on Breakfast Club. We've got a real legend lady in the house this morning. She is a mother of 2 grown-up boys. She is a wife. She has lots of experience, 19 years of info and inspiration to share with us this morning. Please help me welcome Millionaire team member Cheryl Jones.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks, Anine. It's been great to meet incredible people like you on my path. And isn't that what Herbalife gives us as well? Friendships and so much more when we sign up to get going. You never know what else comes in that bag. And what comes in that bag is friendships and experiences and travel, and along with the wellness and all the good things that happen to our bodies. So let me tell you what happened to me in the beginning. And I got started, as Anine said, 19 years ago. And it was because I was looking for something to do from home around my kids. My kids were in primary school, and I was working in Phil's business, and that was really boring. I was doing admin and accounts. And my sponsor, Anthony Lata, the legend who most of you know, was up in Joburg growing his business. And he introduced me to the products, and he got me started. He mentioned Herbalife when I went to see him about getting going with some income producing activity. And I was like, oh my goodness, you've got to be kidding. I will not have that shake. I will not do this. I will not have that tea. I drink coffee with milk and 2 sugars. There's no ways I'm doing this. And he just encouraged me to swap my cereal breakfast for a beautiful smoothie. And I was blown away, not only that it tasted good, very important, but that I was full, because that was my thing. The thought of drinking my breakfast was like, I'm going to be starving. So I was absolutely thrilled that I was full. And the best part is I started to shrink. So I thought I had a couple of kilos to lose, but I went on to lose quite a lot of kilos. And I changed a couple of pant sizes. And that was quite amazing for me, because that's not what I came for, but that was the bonus right in the beginning. So I absolutely love these products and have had this shake for 365 days a year for 19 years. Birthdays, Christmases, doesn't matter what day of the week, we have our shake. There's nothing else in my house to have for breakfast. Come check my pantry. There's no other things. So it's shake or nothing. And I got my family on the products. That was exciting. My brother started, my mom started. She went on to lose 25 kilos. And my husband got on the product. He was very skinny. He's put on 10 kilograms of muscle mass, and at 52 has a 6-pack, which is quite unbelievable. He's very serious about all of this. My 2 children have had the products for all that time. So they were little chockies, and when they got started, and now they are these big guys, 6 foot with 6-packs, and it's quite unbelievable what's happened. The other amazing thing is that we haven't had to go to doctors, and our health has been really good, which is quite amazing. So I've only got plasters and Dettol in my medicine cupboard, where I used to have a whole lot of other stuff. So that really makes a difference. The other thing that I wanted to share with you, which I've never thought of before, but this morning, by 7 o'clock in the morning, to join all of you, had used 12 Herbalife products before I sat down on this couch in my happy place here on my patio. And I'm just going to tell you what they are. Thermo and NRG mix. I have 2 of those before I even get out of bed, because we've got a tray and a kettle in our room. And I put aloe in that. And I had a pro call while I was getting ready and zooming around my kitchen. I had a shower and used the hand and body wash and the cleanser, and I might have even used the shampoo and conditioner if it was hair wash day. I used toner and line minimizer, daily glow, eye gel, need it, and I use the eye cream as a lip cream. So that was 12 products before I even got going, before I even sat down. And here I've got another 4. And I'm going to tell you my fabulous recipe. I've got Shake, PDM, Pro 20. I normally use PPP, but that's out of stock. So I'm using Pro 20 and the multifiber. So here's 4. And so now my sums take me up to 12 plus 4, 16 products by this time of the morning. That's mind-blowing. I've never, ever thought of that before. So I'm a product lover. In case you're wondering, I use absolutely everything in the catalog. And I used to say many years ago, we even used to have a perfume and fragrance for men. And the fragrance for men was the only product in the entire catalog that I didn't use. So I'm very proud of that. And I'm very proud of the fact that I look better at 51 than I did when I got started. So I was in my 30s when I got started. And some of you that have seen my before and after picture, I really did look like a chipmunk. And I didn't think I did. That's the scary part. But I started to wear tighter tops. And Clint, you the one who called me chipmunk. And I started to wear tighter tops and tighter pants, and my skin looked good, my hair looked good, and everybody was like, wow, what's going on here? And of course, the mood improves as well with it. So my shake this morning has got a magic ingredient. I don't know if you can see the color, but it's Cookie Crunch with PDM, Pro 20, multifiber, and the magic ingredient that gives it this interesting orangey tint is very cold, very strong rooibos tea. So I've added some rooibos tea for a change. I really like it with the Cookie Crunch, and I've added cinnamon. So cinnamon is something that, and if you use a good one from a health store, is something that also helps you to keep your blood sugar level stable and keep in fat burning. And I want to keep in the fat burning zone all day long. So I add cinnamon to my shake a lot. And if I add it to vanilla, that's my pancake shake. So I love pancake shakes, and it's easy to do. I don't add a lot of other extras to my shake that give me a lot of calories. I like to keep it simple so that I really stay in shape. It's a big deal for me, and it feels like it's getting a bit harder in my 50s. So I've really got it. Every little thing makes a difference. So talking about every little thing making a difference, I'm going to talk you through a couple of my other wellness tips, because although it's breakfast time, we really need to focus on what else we're doing in the day. It's not just about throwing back a shake and drinking some thermo, and then the rest of the day goes all over the place. So I'm going to give you a couple of my wellness tips that I've learned along the way, and I hope that's good for you. So the one thing that I tell my clients and that I really take on board for myself is SNS. Say no sometimes. So if somebody passes by with Nasa, you're funny. If somebody passes by with something that is on my shouldn't list, I say no sometimes. I don't say no every time, but I say no sometimes. So perhaps it's your birthday and I'm at your house. I'm going to have your birthday cake. I'm not saying no, but I'm not having cake every single day. I'm not having all sorts of other things that I shouldn't be having every single day. So I say no sometimes. In fact, I've got better at saying no a lot of times. So I follow the 90-10 rule that I'm really spot on with my program, on plan 90% of the time. And 10% I can play around and have something with you on your birthday if I want to. When I'm on holiday overseas, because we travel a lot in Herbalife, not this year, then I do 80-20. So Phil and I've got that rule. Overseas, 80-20, or on holiday, at home, 90-10. That's why we still have our smoothies and shakes wherever we are in the world. And it's the first thing I pack when we travel. So that's absolutely amazing. The other thing is to be organized, to really have the things in your house that you need to eat. And it sounds simple be organized. But think about this. Firstly, if it's not in your trolley, it's not in your body. Yep. If it's not in your trolley, it's not in your body. I've got clients who say, oh, I've got chips and chocolates and muffins and things in my house. And I say, why are they in your house? And then they say, well, for the kids. Well, the kids shouldn't be eating them either. So if it's not in your trolley, it's not in your body. Do not buy those things. Come visit me. Come look in my house. You will not find those things. So what you will find is a whole lot of things that I should be eating. And I don't focus on the things I shouldn't be eating. I forget about them. I've got this very long list of things that I should be eating. And I love to eat all of those. And I focus on all of those. So avos, salmon, chicken breast, salady things, hummus, all those kind of things I absolutely love. So that's what I focus on and that's what I eat. That's what I've got in my house. Blueberries and other berries. Remember that if you're mixing fruit in your shake, it does add extra calories. So rather stick to the low GI fruits like apples and berries from time to time. And I'll only do that once a week. The rest of the time, I'm on a lean and mean shake. Let me have a sip while I go. That was my first sip. I've been talking too much. Right. The other thing is, when you're thinking about ingredients of what to eat, what to have for your clever, colorful meals, what to have for your snacks, my other little tip is, if it's out the ground or off a tree, it's good for me. So all these other things, I don't even go down those aisles in the supermarket that have got all those things in boxes with labels and ingredients that are this long that you don't even know what the stuff is. My things that I eat that are out the ground or off a tree don't have labels, and they don't have a whole long list of ingredients. So I hope this is useful for you. But, you know, if you're thinking about the things we should be eating, the clever veg, the marrows, the peppers, the mushrooms, the broccoli, the cauliflower, lettuce, tomato, cucumber, there's a long list of clever veg that we should be eating. They don't have labels on when you buy them in the supermarket. They don't have allergens. They don't have all these other things. What they might have is some pesticides, so give them a good wash, but they don't have a lot of ingredients that we shouldn't be having. The other thing is plate size, and I forgot to bring you my plate to show you my plate, but it's a little bit bigger than a side plate. And if you think about our meals, we should be having a clever, colorful meal with a palm-sized protein, your palm, not mine. Guys, don't panic. And a hand-sized veg. It does fit on a small plate. We do not have to have those big dinner plates, because we all need to focus on some portion caution. So I really use my side plate for every single meal, and everybody knows that's my plate in the house. In fact, I found some very reasonable priced side plates, well, just bigger, at Pick and Pay a couple of years ago, and I bought a whole lot, and I even give them to my clients. I give my client a plate when I take them through what they should be doing. And they always say that that's big enough. Also, when they then post their pictures of what they're eating on their challenges, I can see what plate they're using, because is it the plate I gave them or is it some other plate? Because it's quite difficult to see by the pictures of what plate they're using. So that is really useful. And your snacks, I go for snacks that have got protein, carbs, and fat. So it's a really balanced snack, clever snack. I eat every 3 hours. So my typical day is 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and 7 o'clock. And sometimes I even have a bedtime snack with a little bit of Greek yogurt and 3 almonds in, 2 spoons of Greek yogurt, or I'll have a small PDM with 250 mils of water and 2 scoops of PDM before bed, so that I can carry on that fat burning mode while I sleep at night. Absolutely amazing. So I just mentioned sleep. Let's talk about that, because I'm absolutely horrified that on some of our meetings and calls, people are talking about hashtag no sleep, hashtag work all night, hashtag hustle, so don't sleep. No, 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 no. I just don't agree with that at all. And I feel really strongly about this, everyone. We need to sleep 7.5 to 8 hours every single night. And if you want to burn fat, you need to sleep. So if you are messaging me on WhatsApp at 3:20, and there might be somebody who knows who they are on this call, who was messaging me a few days ago at 3:20 in the morning, you should be sleeping. And if you are messaging me past midnight, you should be sleeping. So the best hours of sleep are before midnight. So 1 hour of sleep before midnight is worth 3 hours after. So let's put off our cell phones an hour before bedtime. Yes, no screens before bed. Lie with our legs up the wall. It's a yoga pose called Viparita Karani. And relax and calm down and get your body into a state of relaxation and calmness so that you sleep well. I've even got headphones. I listen to sound meditations for deep sleep. It just calms me down because I'm very hyped up. I know I don't look it, but I am quite highly strung. For those who think they know me, you don't really know me. I'm the duck on the water that glides, looks like they're gliding along, but underneath their little legs are doing this. So that is why I do those kind of things, to just calm myself down at night and put that screen away. So if you do wake up in the middle of the night, no looking at your phone. That is a no-no. Just do some breathing. Breathe in for 4, breathe out for 4, breathe in for 4, breathe out for 4. That's what we do in the middle of the night if we can't sleep. So then when you're lying awake in your bed in the morning, when the birds are keeping you awake and you're starting to do all that horizontal thinking. So horizontal thinking is when you're lying in bed and you're doing all this, oh my goodness, I need to do this. I need to phone that one. I didn't phone that one yesterday. Oh dear. Oh shit. Oh. When you're doing all that horizontal thinking, just do the Mel Robbins 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and get up. Get up and go, and get up and shower. Get up and go and make your shake or your thermo. No horizontal thinking. So I think I've covered quite a lot of tips now. I'm just going to check my time because I don't have a team looking after me. Yeah, I've got a bit of time. So the other thing I want to talk about with being organized, because it really makes a difference for me, is what's in your fridge. If you've got some boiled eggs in your fridge, some chicken breasts, when you cook some chicken breasts, just cook some more and keep them in there. A whole lot of leaves. I grow my own leaves in my garden, which is a great plan. They're really easy to do. And even if you haven't got a big garden, you can grow them in pots. And got some leaves in the fridge, got a couple of clever veg, and you've got some hummus, you've got some avos. What I do is I do something called straight on a plate. So if you are really frazzled or tired or busy or not in the mood or lazy like me, straight on a plate is where you grab your plate out of the cupboard and you go to the fridge and you put on some eggs, some leaves, a couple of cocktail tomatoes, a dollop of hummus, and your meal's ready. No dishes, no fuss, no preparation, no cutting and chopping for half an hour, straight on a plate. What do you think of that? Thank you for saying I look amazing. It's called work. It's called shake. It's called tea. It's called 2 to 3 liters of water a day. Oh, let me give you my water tips. 2 liters by 2 o'clock, 2 by 2. So teach all your clients, all your family, all your friends, 2 by 2, 2 liters by 2 o'clock. And then you can get the extra liter in the rest of the day. Don't wet your bed. The other water tip is always drink and drive. you've got your bottle of water in the car, and you are drinking your water on your way to your client or to the shops or to the school to fetch your kids. And I always say to myself, I've got to finish this bottle by the time I get to where I'm going. So always drink and drive, everyone, and think of me when you do, because I think, it's about this shared humanity and shared community of everyone else is doing this. Everyone else has got their water. Everyone else is drinking 2 by 2. Let me go for it. There is a lot to be said about our community. And this is what the Breakfast Club gives us as well. And all the things that we do in Herbalife. It's about a shared mission of not only getting into our shape for ourselves, but looking at, teaching other people. So I teach my clients these tips as well. And the other tip about liquids is have 0-calorie drinks. I don't want to load up my calories on cappuccinos and wine and sometimes lattes and cold drinks and fruit juices. No. I save my calories for food because I love to eat. So I'd rather use my calories for food. And my basal metabolic rate is only 1,100 calories. If I sit here in my lounge, my outside lounge, all day long, that's all I'm going to burn. It's not a lot. So I really need to save my calories for food. So that's also a weight loss tip for all of you. Save your calories for your food and have 0-calorie drinks. Let me have another sip. I'm really talking too much. I'm going to put this down because I've got something to read to you. Look what I've got. Yesterday, I thought, what am I going to share with you today to inspire you? Look what I found on my bookshelf. I always go to my bookshelf and I see what jumps out at me, and I trust what jumps out at me. So what jumped out at me is the legend, Jim Rohn, our own business philosopher. And how's this beautiful hardcover book that I bought online from Amazon in the early days of me signing up as a member. So I'm absolutely thrilled to share a couple of lines by the legend Jim Rohn. For those who don't know him, go and look him up on YouTube as well. He's got absolutely amazing trainings, and he's got words of wisdom. I mean, it's just unbelievable. So taking care of the temple, our bodies. This is what Jim says, and forgive me, I'm over 50. The glasses have to go on. My mother studied health and lived to pass what she learned along to me, my father, my children, and my grandchildren. The Hardy-Dars are at it. What a legacy that was. Learning to take care of yourself is one of the most important lessons in life. Some people don't do well because they don't feel well. They've got the gifts, they've got the skills. Maybe they just haven't taken care of themselves. They don't have the vitality. If you want to avoid that unhappy situation, you need to take care of yourself. This is what we're talking about today. He goes on to say, I know a man who raises horses. He's so careful how he feeds his horses. They get everything they could possibly need. And because of that extreme care, these are magnificent animals. They can run like the wind. But you ought to see this guy. After 10 steps on a flight of stairs, he's out of breath. His horses can run like the wind, and he can hardly make it up the steps. The guy takes care of his animals better than he takes care of himself. Would you want that said about you? All it takes is a few minutes a day, a small study of exercise and nutrition, a little more focus, and you can have the good health that you deserve. So that's our Jim Rohn. So that's what I've got to share with you today, everyone. I hope that you have an absolutely unbelievable day. I'm going to have an unbelievable day because it started with my unbelievable cellular nutrition from this company called Herbalife Nutrition, 25 years in South Africa. 40 years worldwide. I am so damn proud to be a Herbalife member. Have an absolutely fabulous day, everyone. And I look forward to meeting you at a live event sometime soon, I hope, maybe 2021. Lots of love to all of you. Have an absolutely fabulous day.
My golly, Cheryl, how do I say thank you for not saying no to us? Thank you, thank you, thank you. So grateful that you said yes for being on the Breakfast Club and giving us that inspiration. You really, really are amazing. You can read in the columns there, lots and lots of gratitude coming your ways. And seeing that I'm the host and in control, I've just extended this call another 30 minutes. So if you need to leave, everyone can leave, but you stay. Thank you, Cheryl, from all of us. You inspired 406 peeps today. Lovely, lovely tips to have. If you can just read there through the columns. I must be honest, I was listening.
There's a couple of questions.
I didn't see those. That's what I wanted to ask.
Somebody's asking about which gel I use. So I use the firming eye gel on my eyes from the skin range, our own range. And then I also use the aloe gel, and I forgot to mention that in one of the products I used on my mozzie bites because the darling mozzies are out. So aloe gel is also in my house.
Right. I just want to quickly go.
Can I
my Instagram handle is Cheryl Jones 13.
Don't you just want to sort of summarize your little tips, like straight on your plate, 2 by 2?
Yes.
Just do them all.
Yes. Okay, so SNS, say no sometimes. Straight on a plate. Get some goodies going out of your fridge. Be organized that they're in your fridge in the first place, and just put them straight onto your plate when you're in a rush or you're lazy like me. If it's out the ground or off a tree, then it's good for me. Smaller plate, and sleep 7.5 to 8 hours. If it's not in your trolley, it's not in your body. And water tips, 2 by 2. 2 liters by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Always drink and drive. So those are my tips for today. And you know what? This deal is not difficult. We are so privileged to have access to these products. Share them with everyone. Take more for yourself. It is just quite unbelievable what can happen if you do this deal properly and you really embrace the fact that Herbalife is the best nutrition company in the world.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Cheryl Jones. Once again, you are amazing. We love you. Grateful you said yes. Bye-bye, everybody. We see you tomorrow morning. Some more amazing guests lined up for this week. Do not miss Breakfast Club. Invite people to come and be inspired.